Hey, what's up, book lovers? My name is Miriam and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the October monthly recommendations video, and the topic for October is the Monster Mash. Now, if you don't know what monthly recommendations is, this is a Goodreads group hosted by Trina from Between Chapters and Kayla from Kayla Rain, and I will leave both of their channels as well as the Goodreads group link down below so you can check that out. So for October, we are recommending all of the paranormal type books, any books with vampires or werewolves or monsters, like whatever. And I have 6 recommendations for you, but before I start any of those, I just want to say that if you haven't read Harry Potter, this would be the perfect one. Just gonna put it out there, because I can't recommend Harry Potter enough, but Harry Potter's got it all. It's got the ghosts, it's got the werewolves, it's got the vampires, it's got the witches, it's got the wizards, it's got banshees, everything. Dragons, anything you want, paranormal, you name it, it's in Harry Potter. Just go for it. Paranormal, fantasy, Harry Potter. Just putting it out there if you haven't read Harry Potter yet. So now moving on to the recommendations. The first recommendation that I have for you is a vampire book, and this is my favorite series after Harry Potter of all time, and that is the Vampire Academy / Bloodlines series by Rochelle Mead. Now, they're both separate series, but the Bloodlines series is a spin-off of Vampire Academy, and Vampire Academy is 6 books, Bloodlines is 6 books. And I think personally that these are some of the most unique vampires that I've ever read about, because we've got like 3 kind of different species going on in this world. We've got the Strigoi, which are the bad vampires, and these are the ones that live forever, and the only thing that they can eat is blood. And then we've got the Moroi, who don't live forever, but they're considerably healthy. They live long lives, and they are the good vampires, and they only need blood for like sustenance. Like, they can have blood and normal human food on the side. And then there's the Dhampirs, which are like half human, half vampires, and they basically protect the Moroi from the Strigoi, because the Strigoi are evil and they want to turn Moroi into Strigoi. So, like, honestly, this is such a fantastic world, and in my opinion, it's one of the most unique out there. I can't recommend this series enough. I can't recommend these books enough. I love them. I love them so much. Obviously, like, it's my favorite series after Harry Potter. And if you haven't picked them up yet, please do. The first 2 books in Vampire Academy are like fun, and then things get like really good in the 3rd book. Like, the first 2, if you don't like them, try and push through to the 3rd one, because like I loved the first one, but like I know a lot of people have a hard time getting into the series because I think the first one isn't amazing. But like, the series goes on and it gets even better, so just keep reading, and then you're just gonna like fall in love with it just as much as a lot of other people have. So like, take my word for it. If you haven't read Vampire Academy yet, just please pick it up, and then read Bloodlines, which I know a lot of people haven't read Bloodlines, which why, and I love Bloodlines. I love Bloodlines even more than Vampire Academy, so please pick up Vampire Academy. I definitely think that you should read Vampire Academy before you read Bloodlines, but Bloodlines is so much better, so like, don't stop at Vampire Academy. Read Bloodlines too. The next book that I want to recommend, it's actually kind of like a series also, and this is the Nightworld series by L.J. Smith. Now, I think these are pretty old, but they've got everything. Shapeshifters, werewolves, vampires, wizards, whatever you name it, they've also got everything. I read these a really long time ago. I was like in the beginning of high school, I want to say, and I really enjoyed them. They kind of have like this addicting quality, and if you're into paranormal romance, I definitely suggest this, because there is a very heavy focus on paranormal romance in this series. Basically, they're like 3 bind-ups of like 3 stories each, and like each story follows like a different character. So if you're into something like that, I think that the Nightworld series would be perfect for you. And like I said, it's got every type of paranormal you can imagine, so there's something in there for everybody. The next thing that I want to recommend is like a batch of books, or like maybe like an author. So if you have not read The Infernal Devices, The Mortal Instruments, or The Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare, go read those, because they have to do with angels, they have to do with Nephilim, they have to do with vampires and werewolves and warlocks, and they've got everything in there also. There's something for everybody. The Infernal Devices also has steampunk elements to them, so if you're into robots and things like that, machinery, it's in there. The Infernal Devices has like everything. Like, I personally would recommend starting with The Infernal Devices. That's just my personal preference. I started with The Infernal Devices, read The Infernal Devices, love The Infernal Devices. It is so good. I kind of have yet to find somebody who has not liked the Infernal Devices. And I'm sure that there are people out there who don't like it, but like I've yet to come across somebody who has not liked it. So I think that says a lot. Like the Mortal Instruments, there are people who have not liked those, but like the Infernal Devices, that is like a solid trilogy. Now the next thing I'm recommending is Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. This is about a girl named Harper Price who's a Southern belle. And basically one day, as she's going to homecoming dance, and she gets into this fight with, I don't remember if it was the teacher or a janitor, but it was one of them in the bathroom of her high school. Then there's either the janitor or the teacher. So like there's like two people involved here in her school. One of them is a paladin. So when this paladin dies, they transfer their powers to Harper, and she has these paladin powers that she now has to protect the Oracle with. So if you're kind of into the like whole Oracle thing, or like a different type of paranormal, like I really haven't heard that much about, like paladins, like I've literally never heard about them until I've read Rebel Belle, then I definitely recommend Rebel Belle. It is very, very fun in my opinion. Like it's not like the best thing ever, but if you're sitting there and you're reading it, like you'll laugh, you'll have fun, and you'll smile. So I definitely think that Rebel Belle would be a good book for you to pick up. The next book I'm going to recommend if you are into artificial intelligence, and that is Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is about a space war. Like I kind of can't really explain it still, even after reading the book. Like I'm not sure how to explain it, but like one day Katie and Ezra, they're like together, but they break up. So after they break up, their town is like attacked in space, and then they have to go on the spaceship to get to a safe place, but on the spaceship, like, they're still being attacked by the same people who attacked their home. So they're kind of like on the run in space, and it's like really, really good. Like I didn't expect it to be good, but it's so good. The second one, Gemina, is actually coming out on October 18th, and I'm really excited for that too. So like definitely pick up Illuminate if you're into science fiction and artificial intelligence, because that is also very much incorporated into that book, and I just absolutely loved it. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did because of like the formatting of the book, because it's not told in like your regular form, prose and paragraphs and sentences. It's kind of like chats and like dossiers and all these other things that you really don't normally expect to see in a book, but at the same time I very much enjoyed that. And the last book that I want to mention is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now, A Court of Thorns and Roses is about Fae. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It follows our main character Fae, who lives in this world where Fae and humans live apart after like this huge war that happened, and she ends up killing this wolf, but she doesn't know like that it's a Fae. And because she killed this Fae, a Fae comes to her and says, either you are killed also, or we will take you to live in Prithian, which is the Fae lands. And she kind of has to go there and just like survive there, because like there's this whole thing where people are like, oh, if you go to Prithian, you never come back. A lot of people really, really love A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't love it as much as other people, but the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury, that book is amazing. That book is gold. That book is so good. Like, just read A Court of Thorns and Roses so you can experience A Court of Mist and Fury, because it is so good. I definitely recommend reading A Court of Thorns and Roses just so you can get to A Court of Mist and Fury. And if you're into Fae, if you're into Beauty and the Beast retellings, definitely pick this one up. So those are all of the books that I have to recommend for you today for October's Monster Mash topic. Let me know if you have read any of these books and if you like them as much as I did. Also recommend me some paranormal books down in the comments below, especially if they have to do with vampires or werewolves. I will forever love vampires and werewolves. They have a very, very special place in my heart. Like, hello, Twilight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a new video. Bye!